2018 Eastern Conference Championship Series. I'm Darth Mike, and I'm joined here by a Whitmer, familiar face, and he's back with us for map 4 of this series. It's Inferno.
Inferno.
We got 2-1 in the scoreline, and
This
we're
is gonna be
right
such a
back
good
into the
match.
server.
This is going to be such a good match.
How do you? I mean, you told me you love Inferno, right? We were discussing old Inferno, new Inferno. You like the old pit. I like the new banana. We got a hybrid going here, but what is it that you love about Inferno so much?
It's CS personified. You know, it's all about everything that makes a team, a full unit, good in CS is personified most on Inferno. Rotations, you know, setups, timings. It's just, it really, really calls for good CS. And we don't hate that. We love that.
I feel like Inferno on finals also always delivers.
Yeah, historically.
You always have that big match. You always have, you know, like 15 to 14 or some crazy lineup, overtime, lead up.
And if it's not like a super close match, it's always predicated on some insane swing round where someone just made an insane play.
So hopefully we get another one of these, because this is the 4th map, and it's kind of a situation where Drip or Drown, they need to stay alive and fight for that 5th, but they'd really prefer on the Etherian side that everything
Really
just calm down now.
setup, though, by Etherian. But, I mean, only thing they're connecting is headshots right here.
One
Ace
player
finally responds, but 2v4 situation to get the bomb down at least, but we see a triple mid flank coming out. Full speed. They want them to know they're coming mid because they're just going through the trades here. OC takes out the site guy, Ace, and it's all on Dapper. He wins these.
Not that one, though.
Good try, but I'm
Good
really
try.
surprised Ethereum won that so cleanly. That was done off the back of just straight headshots. You know, they were really disconnected, and it looked like on the radar at least that Dripper John should have won that round. But I mean, hey man, headshots are headshots.
Headshots are headshots. Sometimes you just got to click heads.
Sometimes.
And Ben was in pit, which is such a tough position to dig someone out of, and they sort of decided not to initially aggress onto him. They went into the site instead, and that allowed him to sort of chip out and
Yeah,
nail
with
shots
no
before
utility
he was dug
either,
out.
you know? They had 5 armor, which is another interesting facet of that round. Usually, this is a map where you can get as much as 3 people with utility on T-Pistol I've seen, but usually 1 or 2. In any case, not a full force back, just a couple deegs and 250s. Goal of this round for Dripper Drown is most likely to probably just try and burn utility and maybe get a plan if they're lucky. But
Nothing doing yet. They're going to sort of poke and prod up Banana, but there's no map control to really be found. They can aggress up Banana and find some space, but Etherian, they're playing it pretty passive. There's no real reason to feed themselves into these pistols, allow themselves to get overwhelmed. Instead, they'll play Coffin, and it looks like boost up spot. Nope, actually behind the boost. Modem with the MP9. Going to spray them down as they round the corner. It's a bit of a tough spot because you can be overwhelmed if the communication's perfect.
yeah, that's what scares me about this situation right here. I mean, they have very little information. They never spotted anything at B, so. And Dripper Drown making the right play, being silent. They're just going to explode onto the site, so they come down to hitting shots.
Doesn't matter, though.
Yeah, Infinite Ian, pretty good at hitting shots.
Yeah, a little bit. He's going to get 3 to his name. Modem got 2 before he went down, so Etherian, they just dropped 1, and it was the SMG, so they don't really care about dropping that. And they're going to get to the 2-0 quickly. But the guns are up. Dripper Drown did get the plant in the first round, so the AKs are on the board. They don't have a ton of utility, but they do have a couple smokes to get them through, and a few flashes to try and make something happen.
Yeah, very interesting to see what they can do here with only 2 smokes. You know, you can't really, you can guarantee a bracket take with 1 smoke, maybe 2, but past that, I mean, you kind of just have to hit shots with this kind of buy.
Ace exploring. Landed in Mexico. And
This setup is cool from Etherean. I like this.
What about it do you like?
Well, it's perfect for the context of the rounds. They know they're not going to have a lot of utility, and it's just it's different. Good capacity to trade walls, 5-4, and they're out. Playing the numbers. Well played.
So numbers up, and they've bled a ton of that utility. There are still the 2 smokes, but 1 player down and Flash is eliminated. They've got 2 flashes to work with, a decoy, an HE, and 2 smokes. And it does look like they don't really have an ideal plan of where they want to go. It will start to move towards A minute on the clock. They've got time to decide what they want to do, but no information and no map control to work off of.
Yeah, I mean, with this kind of utility, you know, at this point, you kind of just have to, hit a couple of headshots because you have to create space with, you know, your talent or spacing or trading as opposed to utility that they weren't afforded the luxury of. They're going to try and split B here, I think, with that smoke, so OC's going to catch him action most likely.
OC in a good spot here, too, as they swing through. I mean, they've got to check him. There's no flash for it. He'll get the first. Does he see the second? He does, but Dapper's just a little too quick with the shoulder peek and then the commitment.
Big kill.
Dazzle finds another. That is huge. That's the B-bomb site pretty much cleaned up. Doesn't realize Infinite's here, though, and Infinite from around the fountain will punish him. Now there is no space. Neptune and Dapper have to commit at this point. 15 seconds. If the planner goes down, the round is over. 10 seconds. They have to get onto site. Infinite's aware of this. Now he's going to peek. Has all the time. They have to come off the plant. Now they have to move. It's up from CT and all the aggression.
Wow,
but they're going to get the bomb planted in the nick of time. All to strings. Neptune. 3K.
That was such a crazy round. Who was planting with Neptune? Was that Dapper?
Dapper.
Wow, he got off the plant and just barely got it. He trusted Neptune, and for good reason. For good reason.
Neptune with the twist, the turn, and the frags.
I feel like Dazzle actually had the biggest kill of that round. It allowed Dripper Drown to no longer have to commit to splitting B with their smoke, and moreover just fall back to B and play the trade.
Pivotal frag from Dapper. Now they need to continue that trend. There's still guns up for Etherian. It's going to be a CZ on Modem, but with the aggression that he's shown so far, that may not be that much of an issue. And in this instance, he's going to play right around the boost spot in B. So a slower round.
Take? Yeah, I think they were probably curious to see what Etherian would do. They knew they had the capacity to buy, which they did, but some teams would like to whip out off. So they're just going to go slow. Prod, do a double peek on Halls. Ready, 1, 2, 3. So they need to do a bracket control now, most likely, right? They have to. Can't win in front without bracket control, yo.
Yeah, it's true. Bracket control, what they're going to move for. So next point of contact, Ben, presumably. And here's the strike going to come through.
The Arch players ahead of this smoke that's coming, so.
OC cleaned out, but now there's the double peek. Ben gets 2, but no one else on his team can really quite help him out. So now there's going to be a 2v3 bomb, will be planted, and running through the mind of the Etherian side has to be the possibility of the save.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, if you're Ian, does he even have the chance to get a rifle? Most likely not, right?
I don't think so. Every kill came inside the A site, towards like mid. Awning that area. I
would like to see MOTM maybe posture for a kill as opposed to falling back and protecting Infinite's gun here. I mean, it would take out the third, like we said on Mirage, the Magic 3 in situations like this where the money's low, then he could get himself a gun, and the risk reward, you have light armor CZ. That being said, though, not a bad play to protect Infinite because he is worthwhile.
And you don't think the value added of him saving armor through is something there as well?
I mean, it's tough, right? I think this is just a huge, risk-reward thing, It's not bad, but I don't think it's optimal. That being said, in CS, optimal isn't always, doesn't really matter.
They're going to be saving this round regardless.
Yeah.
So you're right, he could have hunted out and seen something. Wouldn't really have changed much about what he's going to have in this round.
But what it would do was, so say he killed Ace, right? Their Alper.
Sure.
Now he has to get, one person isn't going to have a gun on this round. They're going to have a gun, but they're not going to be able to drop next round if they were to lose.
Sure.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
In any case, it's neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there. But now, the CTs, they're going to try and be everywhere. In this case, they're going to try and push up mid, and the shot's being hit. Infinite with the one rifle, making something happen, but now it all gets shut down. The rifle's retrieved, and it is the player with armor, Modem, who's going to have that rifle available. But kills are going left and right, and at this point, Modem may just try and keep us alive. He's tucked into the cubby. He's still going to be fighting through. Finds one, finds two. Modem is out of bullets, and he cannot find the third with his knife.
Not a bad round, all things considered. I think the Etherian has answered the question, or the debate that me and you had earlier. What do you do when you only have one gun here? Put everyone around him. Let's just recycle it,
Build for it. It worked out. It worked out quite well. 3 players down, 2 still up. Trim the economy a little bit, and you see the reinvestment from Dripper Drown. Really only Dapper who has cash left in reserve. He'd be able to buy an op, but it's going to be tough. They want to keep a lot of players alive.
That was a lot of money. I think it was like 5K. All the big utility purchase from Etherian, they have their 5 smokes, a couple 3 mollies, so I feel like this is the type of team, the way they're posturing their CT Inferno thus far is the classic. It's not necessarily as wow, okay. Ben, 2 huge kills there. I think they're playing really passive and conventional, which plays to their strengths apparently. As they are in a 4v2 situation. Ace takes down Strings. I feel like Strings doesn't need to be there, but in any case, sometimes it's hard to say when you're feeling it. Dapper in a 2v1 now. And again, yo, I'm telling you, man, Mike.
He wins these?
He wins these, yo.
Dapper in the 2v1. He's creeping around. Bomb's down as well. It's up on the balcony. He's got to go retrieve that as the first order of business. No utility behind him, but it is just the 2v1, so maybe utility not what he needs. He just needs to hit his shots. They're going to be watching this angle, presumably, as they know the bomb is here. And now he's got it. He can creep away. 40 seconds. And he's going to be rocking around. MOTM and OC creeping through. They're going to just hold firm on A. 30 seconds, 25. He can still get to site, and Dapper's just going to book it. He's got the bomb. They may not realize he does. 15 seconds. He's got time, but he's just going to have to completely commit to the plant. In this instance, it'll work out as no one is watching the cross or watching the angle.
Precisely. You know, I don't hate that setup by Etherian at all. You know, you play together, and yeah, it doesn't work out here in the sense that Dapper gets the plant. You know, now he can play a 2v1 post plant. This is a lot more winnable, but at least they're playing together.
So the 2M4 is going to be trying to come back through. The Molotov was lost at some point in the chain, and Dapper's picked up a flash and a molly himself. So maybe something here, and it's an interesting angle for him to play from the sandbags. Ooh. Can't get the second. They peek together, and as you said, play together, and they're safe together. So bomb will be defused, full 10-second defuse. But Dapper, good play in the round to get the plant and get the first kill, but unable to quite clutch it out. Smart play, though.
I like this angle. You know,
very good angle.
It was unconventional. But again, if you just do the right things in that situation as a CT, if you play a spot like Dapper just did, it's kind of a one and done, you know. Really good spacing by Ian there, too, to guarantee the trade, because Dapper's really good, and he almost got the transfer. But in any case, are they buying? Oh, they're buying back, baby. They're buying back. Max galore. 3 Mac 10s, bunch of nades here. This is interesting.
This is really interesting. This is risky.
They're going B-Dog.
They have to.
Yeah.
It's either that or like really fast apartments, but even then, once you get out of the apartments, the angles are going to hurt you on the Mag 10.
Oh, and the CTs are opting for a boost here. This might not be the round to do that, yo.
It works out.
Wow,
Infinite with the spray down.
Off.
They're going to get through. Bomb will be planted here in just a moment, but Infinite's already in position to try and make their lives difficult, and the rotate's going to be coming in. So it's a 4-on-3. One of those 3 is a Mac 10 that's got about a quarter of his health. Oh, 3 quarters of no.
Huge kill by Dapper there. Knows there's no one flanking B behind that, and he can posture and help his teammate on this retake. Shadow goes down to Ben. Ace.
Infinite and Dapper all alone. Dapper hears it. Maybe he doesn't realize he's sticking, but Dapper will stab him down. Stops the defuse, farms up that cash, and Dapper is all smiles over on the end of the table.
Well played. Really disciplined. You know, a lot of people will just start spraying right there at the smoke and panic, and that's how you throw that round away without even, you know, trying to. Really well played by Dapper. Trusts himself. Trusts the internal clock in his head. Gets the knife, so we don't hit the extra money either. Ben whipped out the scout. Taking a page out of Ace's book.
Where does he want to play with this? Down banana? Banana. He is annihilated pretty much instantly. The Mac 10 wins out over the scout. He doesn't even really get a shot off, I think. If he did, it was a stray shot to be sure. And now the next interesting gun up is the Mac 7 on Infinite.
That Mac 10 puts pressure at Banana, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. The Mac 10 I've seen be used more frequently in terms of, I mean, not just in anti-ecos, but actually in some strats where you want to have maybe a little information play, or as you said, just that speed pressure. It works out quite well. Just
play
the
land
fact
with Davey.
Play
land with Davey. Mac 10 all day.
All day. Bottom last alive, bottom last to die. Drip or drown, move on to 5. And we're here in Inferno, 5-3 T-side. They're looking pretty good. This is theoretically a slightly CT-sided map. It's not as dramatic as it used to be.
I don't know. I really don't know, man. I feel like it's easier to dictate the pace if you get a decent start on T-side for the rest of the half. You know, the CTs have to make sure their money is managed perfectly. 1 or 2 extra deaths on, you know, critical swing rounds, and your whole half is screwed up.
Interesting to note. So Etherian, they're going to try and keep that economy healthy. In this round, they will just completely save. It's complete naked USBs, and they'll gamble towards A. This time, doesn't seem like it was a good gamble as there's already players probing out towards Banana. They're going to start to explore onto site. Dazzle will lead the charge with that magic Mac 10 that he's had so much success with.
That looks
so
good in those gloves. Look at that.
The Neon Rider. Do you think that's why he's buying it?
Just for the Mac 10?
Just the style points?
$1,200 gloves.
Style points.
Yup. Look good, feel good, play good.
Isn't that the truth? Over here, Modem with the base gloves. Ugh.
What is he doing? No wonder you're down 5-3.
Now the plant comes out. Neptune cleans out strings. This should just be a mop up for Etherian, honestly, or for Dripper Ground, rather. And honestly, if Etherian get anything at this point, it's all bonus. It's all gravy. But they're not going to be afforded any quarter. Neptune will just tap down 2 by the half wall, and there is nothing to be found in the full save.
Yeah, this is a big round right here. Like I said, the snowball on this map in particular, based on economy, like, I'm going to kind of retract what I said earlier. I do agree with you in the sense that, like, yeah, if the CT's got some money and the terrorists don't, for sure, you know, it's kind of hard to break. But that being said, I feel like it also holds true for the T-side on this map more so than, I think, any other map on T-side. If the CTs don't have the nades to stop you and you just play a slow, conventional, like, standard round, it's hard to stop. In any case, we have a 3... Oh, okay, never mind. A 5-man V-stack here.
Yeah, they're prone to the gamble plays in their egos.
Comes out. Oh, Strength struggling to see what Dapper finally does. But bomb is left T-stairs. Oh, this could be an issue. Never mind.
They're pulling back. They got the rifle. They pull back. That smoke was really important from Dapper.
We can get somebody in CT spawn here if for Dripper drown, then that would be... Oh, well, as I say that, there's Dazzle.
So an interesting wrinkle with the way that Dapper played that. Even though he went down, he dropped the smoke, which actually blocks their vision to see the player cross to get bomb. So I'm not sure if that was intentional on his part. If it was, really heads-up play. But at the very least, it helps them secure that bomb. Now the plant will be on. 2 rifles are retrieved, though, and they have armor behind them, and they've got a little bit of salvaged utility as well. Smoke and a molly to try and get through. Strings will start to throw those. So the re-execution needs to come now.
You'll actually see Dapper throw that smoke a lot, by the way. I used to work Banana with him. He does that whenever he feels pressure. That being said, retake is on. And now it's off again. Dripper drown, up 7-3. I mean, these looks like some quality rounds. But yeah, like I was saying, when Dapper feels pressure at Banana, I think, who was the first person he said did this? Who works B really well in Europe? I'm trying to think. I can't remember, but point is, anytime he really feels pressure, he has no problem smoking car just for, not necessarily just because he wants to save his life, but it denies the CT's info, you know? If you're trying to take B control and there's a smoke up in car, you're like, well, now
we're going to fall back, yeah.
You'll normally see CTs throw the smoke right there, but if the T does, you're kind of wondering, okay, well, there goes my $1,800 utility investment for 300 bucks. It's a heads-up play by Dapper. He's so good at working Banana. He's so good at it. That being said, not when Ben leads. Wow.
Ben lead on the other side, Infinite as well. The spray down through smoke, so now 2 quick kills. Etherian looking good, headed into the 11th round. Frags out, double op out as well. We haven't really seen it ring out, but it is a powerful setup for this side. It is their preferred CT side in pretty much any map. There's a player dancing down, but the information's gained as well. Now OC from Library can get this angle fully locked up. Shot Up and Ace need to make something happen, but Shot Up's all alone on A, trying to buy time for his teammate to come in and support, but there's going to be no angles. Ace finds the first, but now they know where the second player is. Shot Up manages to win that duel. Thought he would have been blinded, but now all comes down to Ace. Last alive, has the smoke to secure the plant, and now, interesting that Infinite stuck around at B for so very long, despite both players being spotted in the bomb as well.
Yeah, but what was that? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was like a miscomm or something.
I think maybe it's because they saw Ace with the bomb by A main, or A mid, and maybe they thought he'd pull back through Banana.
Yeah, he had the capacity to do that.
They can just go for the defuse. Can he get time? They're just going to hunt him. They'll just stick it. There it is. The shot comes out. Ace pulled a little bit too far. Didn't really have time to get around to apartments like it looked like he wanted to.
When you're in a situation like that and you're Ace, I see what he was going for there, but I feel like you have to try and isolate fights, you know? Otherwise, that's just going to happen to you. That round was really, really well played by Etherian. They did a delayed B control. They threw a smoke that popped instantly at the bottom of B, so Dapper didn't have the time to call for help to get to come through the B smoke. So he was isolated, taken down, and then yeah, from there, that's the kind of round you want if you're Etherian here, because now they can finally get some money. They can finally get all the utility. Gonna go for that B control once more. I bet you won't see Dapper go through it alone. Not that he did initially, but again, it was just, wow. OC legs Ace. He's quick, man, because Ace is quick, and he legged him.
Ace and OC, this has been a duel pretty much the whole series, going back and forth. Modem as well has chimed in his own right, but the real highlight factor has been OC on Ace. Violence.
Indeed. Dripper Drown immediately put heavy numbers up towards mid when they see that bottom B smoke being thrown, which is a correct reaction. However, I feel like them slowing down allowed the rotation, and now there's 3 people back at A again. So they're just going to work up and explode on the site.
Take's going to come on. Ben from a balcony gets one, but he's instantly traded out. Now the kills stack up for Dripper Drown. Bomb will be planted. 2 players coming back through. The save is called. You're absolutely right. Etherian, they're in the reset. They got 1 round, and now they're down again.
That's a heartbreaker for them right now.
That is a heartbreaker.
They had that awesome clean round where they did everything like so well, and they didn't even do anything that wrong there. I mean, Neptune is just insane. I hate playing against Neptune when he gets that first headshot because he's always good for another one.
Neptune on the 2. He's a young player, too. He's playing main with Field's underage man now, since he thought he was 16.
And he's a young player,
wasn't
all right.
16. Keeps getting younger, it seems.
That's crazy. What's that movie?
Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
He's the Benjamin Button of CS, and sliding through. Shot up, going to grab 1, but Modem lines them up with the collateral. Not even quite sure how that frag happened.
I think he shot him through the smoke. It was an accident. But that being said, that's a happy accident because, well, I mean, I don't know. Dripper Drown probably has a lot of money, right?
I think they're fine.
Yeah,
I think they're fine for cash.
So aggressively.
Still, Modem keeps the AWP alive. That's something to build around, to try and get something around. 4 to 8. Now they just have the AWP. Modem alone in his buy. OC's got armor, but there's not a whole lot else there, and they're just going to support the AWP. Oh, he's going to dust himself up.
Shout out to the Astralis Carmali. Good job, Mike. Glad you remember it.
Shot up trying to clear space in apartments. He will find the first instant tap on the head. OC is a dead man. And now they've cleared space. There is still going to be a player here, that's Ben, but Ben's been playing balcony. He's been pretty good at trading, but a little harder to do with the USP, and now the frags come out. Modem finds 1 from the broken wall, but he's got to find a lot more if he wants any hope of taking this round. And they're watching for him. They're watching like a hawk. They know where this one threat is, the AWP. And now the AWP has been removed from play. It's all just infinite with 32 HP, no armor, and a USP. This is done.
Are really starting to play like a unit. This map, not necessarily just because they're up 8-4, but in the way they are. They're reacting quicker as a unit. You can tell that they're talking a lot more. They're peaking again with more conviction. And it's working out for them as they go up 9-4. They're going to have money for the rest of the half, so it's up to Etherian with this kind of buy to try and slap something together. Did OC buy an AWP? Yeah.
Yeah, OC's got one. He's glass cannon, though.
He sure is, and when you have a situation like this where the terrorists are always, they're perma money, it's really, really hard to get a kill on Inferno cleanly off the rip because they can just, push you off right away. Let's see if you can beat this flash in. Oh, okay. Ace, too quick for him that time. Takes down OC. And just like that, yup, and it's gone.
And it's gone. Out of play, eliminated from contention on the server. Nothing to be found there. Etherian and Dripper Drown dueling back and forth, but Dripper Drown coming out very much on top here in Inferno. Neptune danced
Hold on, pause.
up.
Did you see that spam through Boiler?
I did, yeah.
I've never seen that before.
You never seen someone spam Boiler?
No, like, never mind. It looked like it was coming from bench, I think, at mid. I've never seen that before, but maybe I'm tripping. I'm probably tripping.
Well, let's see where the bullet holes line up. Strings, White Peak.
In any case.
Show
Yo,
us the
Strings is
CSI.
sick. Strings is sick. He was at MDL land. Oh, no, that was Snakes. I'm sorry.
That was Snakes.
Strings is actually, he plays Red Cats, right? I've seen Strings before. I know the name. I know he's good.
That he is.
I like his alias. Strings. That's sick.
Ben picks up a kill, and now the T's are all bottled up on Banana. There's one player at the bottom of Banana that's going to be Ben.
Yeah,
He's
this is hard.
hanging out towards T stairs. There's no map control whatsoever. 50 seconds on the clock, and there's 2 players on the other side of it.
Through this. Neptune has had this flash out forever. They want to pop flash through it because they're so contained right now.
That's going to bleed more time, that Molly, because they don't want to act back on it. Oh, there's the flash after the flash. The smoke comes in, but they're blinded up. They're just rocking through.
Man. About as efficient as you can get with it.
Yeah, Ben's been
But
brilliant
here they
in
go.
a nice
I mean,
space.
this is a little bit of a misplay by Ethereum by having 3 guys over at B. I understand you want to contain, but actually, never mind. Strings it back just in time. Good rotation by him, but yeah, gets traded, and now all of a sudden you had 4 terrorists contained at Banana, knew where they all were, and now it's a 3v3 and the bomb's planted today.
That's one of those instances where you just wish you had a bunch of HEs in hand.
Yeah.
Just rain
Mortar,
chaos.
just like
annihilate all of Banana. Now it's a retake, 3-on-3 retake. Not a lot of utility at hand for either side. There is one Molly to cover off the bomb if it comes down to that. And now the pit player's been dug out. There's the Molly into usage, and the kills stack up. Ben still fragging. Infinite trying to get it through the wall. They just need to dig out Ace, but Ace is just trying to buy time. They will run him down.
Yup.
Ace gets it.
Yup. He likes those. He likes those close range fights, and wow. Wow, that was so huge. That's got to be a heartbreaker for Etherian there, man.
Looks like we may finally be seeing the Etherian side crack. They gave up a map at the end in the heartbreak, but now they're on map 4, and they're not looking nearly as composed or strong. I mean, it may change in their second half, but they really would like to get this 5th round on the board, bring them into their T-side. We did see their T-side be a major factor in their game on Mirage, certainly, where that relentless aggression, that fast pace was huge. If they get back to it and they have a nice round buffer to work with, I could see them bringing this back close.
Well, actually, this little run of confidence by Dripper Drown could actually bite them in the butt next half if they get a little too cocky with their buys, because, you know, if Etherian wants to run that high pace, they can't afford the nades, or that fast pace rather, and they can't afford the nades to stop it because they bought so many deagles and scouts and sat in the 5th. All of a sudden, you know, this can turn around real quick. OC not having any of it from shot up. He's tired of him just jumping into Boiler for free. So. Ooh. Dazzle said, yo, that's my boy. I'll just trade that real quick. 4v4.
Dazzle with a nice peek. Nice shot.
I feel it now. I like the re-aggro from Strings here. This is sick. Needs the information. Let's see if it works out for him.
Infinite's all alone towards B with the UMP.
Well played by Dazzle. Very disciplined. Gets that kill, falls back, holds for the re-aggro. Something like that. Strings, I don't hate it, but you have 3 teammates around you. Know, let's do something together right there, right? Wow. They're all feeling it now. They're all feeling it now, man.
It's all falling apart for Etherian. It's all coming together for Dripper Drown. Looks like we're going to be 11-4 on the half. And now the first map of the series was a 16-4. So maybe Dripper Drown looking for a little measure of revenge here. If they shut the door in the second half, get this through quickly, and just clean it up, take it to 5th map. Endurance may be a factor at this point.
Yeah, I think endurance, not necessarily in like, you know, anything physical, but more so, you know, this is an emotional test. You know, not necessarily just going into the new half, but, you know, if Dripper Drown were to close this out in the same fashion that they've started this map, you know, I really would like to be in the huddle with Etherian going into map 5 if we were to get to that point. This round is critical for Etherian. They really need a good start here, and it all starts with the pistol. Have Ben with Smoke Flash, everybody else armor, so probably just going to see some sort of conventional exec for Moto or something. What are they doing?
Aggression down Banana early
Wow,
on. They're going to
so
catch
cool.
them off. If they don't slip around the corner already, they will. They'll catch Ben on the flank, and the second as well. It's all falling apart. Dapper from Pit Cats. 3 heads. Sets it up beautifully for Dazzle to catch the last. 12-14, and it looks like Dripper Drown. They're just going to roll through.
I really don't hate that strat, actually. I've never seen, you know, such... I don't know. I've just never seen somebody do that with the Moto Smoke and everything. And, you know, I'm sure it's good. It makes sense, but it all fell apart when that guy, I didn't see who it was, pushed window room. You know, he sees 4 guys running up mid with bomb all of a sudden. Dapper knows right where to go and lines them up. Gets that smart Colt. He's feeling good about himself right now.
Changes the course of things. Now the Pistol Force. We'll see if Etherian can get anything done. They need this round.
They sure do. Like, even if they were to lose this map, just keep going back real quick for your heart. Yeah. You know?
Make yourself feel good. Yeah. Maybe bruise their confidence a little bit.
Bruise
their ego just a wee bit.
Give him a 1 dig or 2. Ben Leet.
Do you think he's Leet?
Yeah, why not?
You remember when that was a thing?
Yo,
Leet speak?
That was like, probably not the smartest thing to say on stream, but that was like my bank pin forever. It's not anymore. I have no money.
That's good. That's good.
In any case, though, rounds like this, when you're down 12-4 and you force back, and like you can kind of tell Etherian are starting to lose a little light. You know, they're not necessarily. I don't know. You can just tell. You know, they're not really on the same page.
We talked a lot about how they've been dictating pace and they've been dictating the way the game is played, and they're not at all in Inferno.
You just said what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Neptune just said, you know, Ace, you're not in this round.
I mean, they knew it. Oh, yeah, Neptune did put Ace down. I didn't even notice that.
That's crazy.
It's a little
Ace
nap.
wins that 1v3 and just takes him out like that as well.
Little dirt nap. No respect. No respect. No love.
Oh, this is going to be a full save.
13-4, just play for that 14th, keep them off map point.
Yeah, avoid the Glocks.
Where do you take 5 Glocks on Inferno? Just up B?
I think I literally sit in T-spawn until there's like 30 seconds left, so they just waste all this money. And then probably do like a Halls pop with a flash. Probably B, you're not even making it up to Carwall. You're getting double naded, you know, this, that, and the fifth. See, they waited. This is actually really smart by them to wait for the nades, but at the same time, with no utility, it's kind of hard to get in.
There's a molly here. There's a molly by CT. I think there's just one, but that can slow them down pretty aggressively. Now Dapper has the information, but he's getting tapped up. Can't quite find the shot. Shot up will take the aggression now. Both players dinked up heavily, but they will clean things up. Flawless round for Tripper Drown.
I appreciated, I didn't see who it was, but I appreciated the first guy creating such good space when he initially jumped across. It forced Dapper to swing out a little wide, and he got dinked, but they recovered.
Covered the whole way down. So now it's the buy. Last stand, right? Last stand, there's really no hope if they drop this. It's been a struggle all map for Etherian. They've got 5 AKs. They've got their utility. It's praying time. Throw up your hands, pull out your best strat, and hope to God it works.
Ace just rips off an AWP right away, which is really smart because he knows that second round force buy aren't going to have 20 flashes in their arsenal, so he can make use of the AWP. Because that's when the AWP on Inferno is like the most effective, when you can open things up and just get your one fall, the standard classic AWP style.
Not quite get pushed off of angles in the same way. Have those mollies come in, make you uncomfortable. Yeah. He is going to be playing with that AWP right around.
I think he's wrapped.
Yeah, he's arches. Pretty traditional spot to play with the AWP. It's a good spot because you can hit and fall away. Molly comes in.
Wrap smoke. I like that they throw the wrap smoke so close so that if that guy was playing where Ben was, he could smoke blind. That's cool. I want to learn that smoke. That's definitely set.
Now the aggression's going to come towards B. The bomb is up and moving up towards the top of Banana. Infinite OC lead the charge, but they're going to hesitate. They're going to fall away. There's still 50 seconds here. There's no real reason to commit, but they're just going to fall away for a moment to prepare to throw their utility. It will be the execution here. Dapper and Shot Up going to need to answer. Shot Up eliminated immediately. It all comes down to Dapper. He's still on site, and his rotation is coming in quickly. But if they dig him out, that bomb will be planted, and it'll be the full post plant. They know he's here, but a jump over for information. Infinite's going to give himself up for free there. Man, advantage has been cleaned up, and now it's turned on its head. It's all falling apart for Etherian, and they get nothing. After the initial entry, it all just gets swept off the board. The magic marker comes in, and they get wiped clean.
They sure do. Erased right off the board. I mean, they had the capacity to win that round outright. Shot Up a little bit caught off guard by the late B exec through the smoke. And they were really in a position to win that. And, Infinite, he didn't lose the team the round or anything, but little mistakes like that, if you're not winning a round where you're postured to win, you made the right play, because they did, you kind of wonder, what does it take? 3 MAC-10s?
3 MAC-10s.
We don't hate it.
It's an interesting force. I mean, it's desperation.
This is desperation.
And into the blender that is Dapper. They will go, and Dapper gets the 4K. Can't quite get the 5th. No ace for him, and Strings now alone. Has a rifle. He's getting run down, and Dapper, or Neptune, will clean it up. Dapper with a big 4K, nearly the ace.
Statement map. That's a statement map.
Statement map.